Folks, I had to dress down for this video. From the waist down, I'm labor ready. From the waist up, I'm Wall Street. Not really. I was gonna do something at the beginning of this video, but I'm using my Canon M50 and it doesn't have the wide focus range that the other camera did, so I can't do what I wanted to do. I was gonna do this whole, hey yo, if a picture's worth 1,000 words, well then how many words is 1,000 pictures worth? Why? I know what you're thinking. Yeah, I stole that from the dude off of TikTok. I like that guy. That guy's pretty creative, as there are so many other creative people on TikTok. But to answer that question, I don't honestly know. But I do know that 1,000 pictures has got to be worth at least a video, right? Folks, today I want to share with you guys one guy that I just recently ran across. I don't know this guy, probably ought to though. Maybe I ran across him at some point serving time. Maybe we crossed paths. God, I can't say that with a lisp. Paths. At one point or another. But I don't really know this guy. I'm just running across him, seeing his mugshot this morning. And when I mentioned that whole 1,000 pictures thing, well, this guy doesn't have 1,000 mugshots, but damn does he got a lot of them. And maybe these mugshots will illustrate some sort of a picture for us. A broader picture with a broader paintbrush of what's going on with this guy in his life. Is it drugs? Well, interestingly enough to mention, in fact, I don't think so. He doesn't look like a drug addict, if that's such a thing. I mean, a drug addict can come in all shapes and sizes. Don't ever judge a book by its cover, they say. With the amount of times that this guy has been locked up, with the type of charges that he has, you gotta imagine it's gotta be drugs, right? We're talking about a guy who's got over 20 mugshots. We're getting ready to start from the very beginning of time. We're gonna go all the way back to 2016. Where this guy's internet mugshot story begins. We're gonna see what he was getting locked up for. And I haven't looked at every single mugshot. I've looked at a bunch of them. But folks, I think we're gonna be surprised, especially in relation to the fact that I don't think he's got not one single drug charge. He's got a lot of charges now that are gonna make you think it's gotta be drugs. But I don't think he has one single drug charge. I could be wrong. So with all of that being mentioned, what do you say we go ahead and we dive deep up into the guts? Wait. Pause. That sounds sus. Dive deep. Dissect. What's going on with this guy, Tim, who we're getting ready to learn all about here today. Head first up into this video. I forgot that whole thing. Folks, again, let me introduce you to this guy right here, Tim. No need for a last name if you guys want to be internet sleuths. God, the list, man. I need a speech impediment. I need a speech class for my impediment. Folks, it was just this morning that I ran across this guy Tim's mugshot right here, his latest mugshot in a long line of mugshots stemming from a long line of criminal history. This guy is just recently getting locked up. And when I click on his mugshot, I learned that this guy is 56 years old. He got locked up on 2/27/22. Had it been 2/22/22, that might have been a little lucky for this guy, but doesn't really seem like luck as much of anything that this guy does have. But again, 56 years old, and since 2016, this guy has a boatload of mugshots. Now, when I look at this most recent arrest, I'm shocked to realize he's got 10 charges. 5, trespassing after being forbidden to do so. 3, failure to appear. And 2, suspended sentence violations, meaning you went to court and they gave you yet another chance. And you still couldn't do right. Before we dive into whether or not this dude has a drug problem, is it drugs? 5 trespassing after being forbidden to do so, usually that's like a red zone. They caught you out there in the hood. Don't go back there. If they catch you back out there, that's a trespassing charge. But not in all cases is that what it's gonna be. This could stem from some lady issues. But then again, I don't know if dude's got any stalking charges neither. We're gonna see. And don't quote me on the fact that he doesn't have a drug charge. We could stumble across one of those. But you know, when I read the charges on this latest arrest, 10 charges, it almost sounds like, you know, the top 25 days of Christmas. 10 golden nuggets, 5 crack stems pushed, 10 catalytic converters, 9 glass bowls rolling, 8 methamphetamine shards, 5 trespassing after being forbidden to do so, 3 failure to appears, and 2 suspended sentence violations. Dun, 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 dun. Dun. Thank you. My album will be coming out soon. I worked out this morning as well. I'm feeling it. These shirt sleeves are certainly getting a little more snug. Tim, what the hell is going on with you? 56 years old, you've been locked up 14 plus 8, that's 22 times since 2016. That is only 6 years. In 6 years, you've been locked up 22 times. Dog, you beating my record. I was locked up a lot in my earlier heyday. You old enough to be my daddy. I mean, you kind of look like, but what I'm saying is, damn, Tim, what's going on? All right, so we go back to 6/24/2016. What was going on with Tim? Let's begin this journey. 6/24/2016, he had a bond for $1,000. His charges: trespassing after being forbidden to do so. Now, based upon this mugshot right here, he's licking his lips. Maybe he was getting high. Maybe he was smoking some crack or something. Like, I can't honestly tell. Man, dude got a tan. He looking like he just came back from Miami. He don't really look like he getting high, but I could be wrong about that. So that first charge was for trespassing. Like I said, he had a $1,000 bond. He must have bonded out because, folks, you won't even believe this shit. The very next day, 6/25/2016, dude gets arrested again. Now he got a $2,000 bond. And this time, it's for larceny. Third or subsequent conviction. You've got trespassing charges. You've got stealing charges. You get locked up the day after you just got locked up. I mean, all of this is screaming, we getting high out there, but I need to see a drug charge. Pictures or it didn't happen, as the saying goes, right? Now, real quick, I do want to mention this. Even though these arrests are one day after another, there is the potential that he could have still been sitting in jail on the 6/24 arrest, and then the next day they brought him back down to booking and gave him that, you know, that larceny charge. But we don't know. All I know is he's got a brand new mugshot the very next day with a brand new bond amount. We gave you a $1,000 bond the day before, $2,000 bond the next day. Let's continue. 6/29/2016, 4 days later from the first 2 arrests, or from the second arrest. No bond amount, drinking in public. Well, he doesn't got to, maybe he's an alcoholic. You know, alcoholism is just as bad of an addiction as anything else. It just doesn't get talked about as much because you don't see videos of people, well, you do see videos of people drunk as a bitch doing stupid shit like they do when they're on the Waka Flocka or the K2, the spice, or the meth. So 4 days later, we got a drinking in public charge. Literally, no bullshit. 7/1/2016. I don't know if there's 31 days in the month of June or if there's only 30. I think there's only 30, right? If there's only 30, then literally 2 days later, dude's getting locked up again. And look at this mugshot. Like, dude don't even look like he get high. I gotta keep harping on that until I see the drug charge. He don't look whacked out, twacked out, tweaked out in these mugshots. In this mugshot right here, he genuinely looks pissed off. He genuinely looks like, man, I just got locked up on 6/24, 6/25, 6/29, and now my dumb ass locked up again on 7/1. What's he locked up for this time? God, he look mad as a bitch. All it says is felony. Maybe he spent a little bit of time in jail this time. And the only reason I say so is because there's a little gappage between his next arrest. Because his next arrest doesn't come in until the end of the month. What'd you think I was gonna say, like another year or something? This dude didn't even last a couple of days, a couple of weeks. 7/29/2016, dude's getting locked up again. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Dude's eyes is as big as silver dollars right here. This picture, he definitely looking a little twacked out right here, right? Charges unknown. Damn. If a picture's worth 1,000 words, them eyeballs, them anime eyeballs is saying it all. Damn, Timothy. In less than a month, you've been locked up 6/24, 6/25, 6/29, 7/1, and 7/29. You've been locked up 5 times in less than a month. And it only gets even more, unfortunately, for this dude. 8/29. You know, maybe dude was trying to make an effort. This time he actually lasted a month between arrest. And in this picture, man, dude definitely looking like he just got back from Miami. Look at this shit, man. Dude looking sharp right here, right? 8/29/2016, charges unknown. Oh man, I hope not all of these are gonna be charges unknown. With a mugshot like that, man, I can't even tell you what you was out there doing. You look like a good fella right here. He does look a little connected, doesn't he? Maybe Italian? I don't think he is though, based upon his name. 9/10/2016. You lasted a month between getting locked up the last time to the next time, but then this time, you only lasted 11 or 12 days. 9/10/2016. Can't really tell what's going on with you based on this mugshot right here. Disorderly conduct. I don't know, maybe you were out there drinking or something. Like, in every one of these mugshots, he does not look surprised to be here. That's a sad thing about this. I'm not trying to make fun of this dude. I am trying to react to this and try to add some enjoyment for y'all watching this. But I don't really want to be like clowning on dude because again, in my past, man, I had a track record too. If they had, this arrest website featuring mugshots back in my heyday, which was the early 2000s, I'd be all over this shit like old Tim here. But it's just sad, man. Dude don't even look surprised to be in this shit. Again, 9/10, disorderly conduct. 10/16, dude done grew his hair out a lot. In a little bit more than a month you lasted this time. Looking a little more defeated, a little more sad in this picture. Your eyeballs are looking a little anime-ish, a little silver dollar-ish. You got a $7,500 bond this time. This must be serious right here. Okay. We got a failure to appear in court for a misdemeanor offense. You had a $2,500 bond on that. And then a petty larceny third conviction. A third conviction used to be a compound felony. 3 strikes, basically. Now what they call it is a, what is it? It's not a compound felony no more. It's a habitual offender. You're just a habitual offender. I don't know why. I got to look into that. That might be a video idea. It used to be a compound felony. 3 misdemeanors equal a compound felony. But they changed it many years ago to make it habitual offender. I'm going to look into that. 9/23/17. What's crazy is dude might have went to prison or might have had to sit down for a little while because with the track record this dude had, I hate to say this, he didn't really seem like he was going to be standing much of a chance out in the free world, getting locked up pretty much back to back all the time. So again, the last arrest was on 10/16/2016, and then the next arrest would be 9/23/17. So he might have had to do a little, year and a half or something right there. In this mugshot, something's going on with dude. He's got a big old gash on his head right there, a little road rash or something. Looked like he might have been in a fight or something. $1,000 bond. He's 52 years old at this point. Failure to appear in court for a misdemeanor offense. This dude just weren't going to court. And here's the crazy thing. With all the failure to appears that this dude would rack up, how the fuck they still kept giving this guy a bond? And then here's an interesting charge right here. Dump solid waste. I have never heard of that shit. You know how many times I'll be leaving with shit like all sorts of debris, whether it's from a landscape job or back when we were doing storage units, and I would just want to dump that shit off on the side of the road somewhere? Well, maybe that's the charge that you can get if you get caught doing that. 7/25/18. So almost a year between the last arrest and this arrest, from 9/17 to 7/18. Dude looking like he just got out of jail. With this haircut right here, another trespassing after being forbidden to do so. Man, this is crazy. And definitely got some marks on his face like maybe he was picking or maybe it's a bad sunburn. He almost looks like, and I hate to say this, man, he almost looks like he's got like melanoma. Isn't that what it's called? The skin cancer? Like he looks like his forehead's super burnt. Dude loved to be out in the sun, though. He's an outdoors type of guy. You can tell that from how tan he always is. About a month later, 8/29/18, he's kind of got the Joe Fro going on right here, looking like he's definitely been missing a haircut. It's crazy to look at these mugshots and to see the demeanor of this guy just change, the droopiness. I mean, obviously being over 50 years old, he looks great for over 50, but you know, all this shit that he's out there doing, all this ripping and running or whatever he's up into, all these times getting locked up, you can start to see it's just starting to pull the life out of this guy. At least to me, that's what it looks like. Charges unknown for this arrest right here. Certainly makes you wonder, doesn't it? 11/1/2018. Dude looking mad as a bitch in this mugshot. It's been a couple of months since his last arrest. Actually looking quite a bit different as well in this mugshot. Failure to appear in court for misdemeanor offense, probation violation, felony. That's a new one right there. It's ironic to think throughout all of these arrests that he's had thus far, there wasn't any probation violations up until this point. But you know what? Those charges unknown previous could have been those. About 5 months later, 4/2/2019. A whole year has gone by. How many times did he get locked up in 2018? Only 3 times. At least that's what they're showing. In 2017, interesting enough, it only shows 1 mugshot, but there's got to be more. I'm sure that there's more. 4/2/2019. Oh boy, them eyes looking the size of silver dollars right there. Looking a little sus in this mugshot too. I hate to call the cat black or the kettle what it is, but boy, you're looking like a gym coach that just got caught being up to no good. Frolicking around with, I don't even want to go no further with that. But anyways, dude looks like he may have been caught smoking some crack right here. Eyes, a little dilated, a little big. We got a petty larceny conviction right here and another probation violation felony. Gosh almighty, when they gonna send your ass to prison? You've been getting off on all this. Next mugshot looks like we get into 2020 now. So from 4/2 to 9/7. I'm guaranteeing you had to take a little ride right there. And I mean, really, we're not even talking a year, a little more than a year you're getting on these charges, but he really doesn't have anything, drastic except for these stealing charges. He does got quite a bit of stealing charges. So who knows how much time he did on that second violation, or maybe it was even more than that. That was on 4/2/2019. This is on 9/7/2020. We got another $1,000 bond amount, no mugshot picture, just a little question mark. We got a larceny third or subsequent conviction, and that's it. From 9/7/2020 to 9/12/2020. We're talking only 5 days later. There we go. That joint looked like a glamour shots photo right there. Again, we got the tan, we got the nice, we got the nice beard going on right there. I mean, I know it's like, damn, Joe, Dude don't look the part. I mean, in some of these pictures, yeah, he does, but in most of this shit, man, he looked kind of well put together. $2,500 bond right here. If you think about how much money this guy's had in bonds, it's probably been like, $100,000. All right, we got a list of charges right here. We got 7 of them, all the same. Trespass after being forbidden to do so. 7 of them joints. Damn, I'd like to know how you get 7 of them damn charges. They catch you 7 different times? Like, that's crazy. From 9/12, we get to 12/9/2020. Couple of months later, we're talking about, 4 months later? 7? About 5 months later, we got a mugshot here, and dude is smiling. He looks happy to be here. They probably clap every time this dude comes through the door. Hey, you back, ain't you? I told them other guards you wasn't going to last no 5 months out there, and here you are right back in here. Interesting. Look at this mugshot. Dude's wearing an Army jacket. Now, I don't know if that's a NASCAR jacket. Actually, it is a NASCAR jacket. I can see the logo right there. But he got the nice salmon-colored shirt on. Good choice right there. Smiling. Got a $1,500 bond. And we got another trespass after being forbidden to do so charge and a fail to appear in court for misdemeanor offense. Another failure to appear. Dude's smiling. Why wouldn't he be smiling? He gets off every single time. He's just like, well, hey, no, I won't be in here for too long. Crazy. But it's funny how we go from smiling in one mugshot to about 6 months later, 6/11/2021. Dude ain't smiling no more. Dude looks absolutely defeated right here. This is the first mugshot where I actually visibly see the defeatedness in this guy's appearance. He's got a resisting arrest charge. That's interesting. Resisting arrest, obstructing justice by threats or force, and then another larceny, third or subsequent conviction. Yeah, he probably thought to himself, damn, man, that resisting arrest charge, that's a new one. I'm probably going to be gone for a minute. 9/25/2021. We're 3 months later. We got a $3,500 bond for this one. A good behavior show cause misdemeanor. Two of those. So a show cause. That's like a bench warrant, I believe, that they put out for your arrest. It's basically another failure to appear. You got to show cause. Why weren't you there, and have you been of good behavior? Fuck no, you ain't been of no good behavior. Look at your track record. So basically another 2 failure to appears right here. 10/12/2021. What I think, if this story paints a picture here, you had the bench warrant, the show cause for good behavior, and in this next mugshot, you're beat to shit. You're smiling as well, maybe thinking about that lawsuit. What it looks like to me is, man, hey, you was on the run, they was chasing you, and they caught you. Put a little knee to neck and face action, couple elbows got dropped, trying to stop resisting. And you're smiling, maybe thinking, either you're happy that they caught you, like you can lay it down for a minute, maybe get your bearings together about yourself, or, man, I'm about to sue the shit out these motherfuckers thinking they about to put knees and elbows all up in my eyeballs. Hell nah. 10/12/2021, we've got the failure to appear for the misdemeanor offense, the suspended sentence violation misdemeanor, another suspended sentence violation misdemeanor. So I'm thinking that that's probably where those bench warrant show cause things came into play. 11/5/2021, you wasn't even locked up for a month. Looking like a straight cowboy right here. I guess this is during COVID, so maybe that's your face mask, that bandana. Comes in handy to help prevent the spread and also to rob a gas station if you're so inclined to do so. $2,500 bond for this one, and we got another trespass after being forbidden to do so right here. 1/9/2022. You might have sat it down for maybe about a month or so. Here you are getting arrested again. Looks like you was eating well at some point, maybe while you were in jail. And another failure to appear and a trespassing charge. This is absolutely crazy. And then from 1/9/2022, a month later, 2/27/2022, this latest mugshot right here, 10 charges, 5 trespassings, 3 failure to appears, and 2 suspended sentence violations. Again, out of all those mugshots that we just went through right there, not one single drug charge. There were a couple of mentions of charges unknown. Those could have been violations. Those could have been drug charges. But if you look at the track record with this guy, stealing shit, going places he wasn't supposed to be going, and missing court. That was his track record right there. So I share all that with you guys to, one, say, man, hey, get your shit together, Tim. First and foremost, if he ever sees this video. 2, don't be like this guy. This was me in my earlier days. And had I kept going down the same path and somehow miraculously lived and not gotten killed out there in the streets, man, I'd probably be just like this dude. Ain't nothing cool about this shit. Will this guy ever amount to anything? I asked that question first and foremost to all of you. And then second, what do you think it is? Is it drugs? It probably is. I mean, it definitely is. He just somehow has lucked up enough to not end up with a drug charge. It's pretty damn crazy. If you feel like you ain't doing so hot in life, let this story here inspire you. There's people who are doing way worse. Your situation could always be worse than it is. Some words that I probably ought to take heed to as well. Folks, that's all I got. I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about this. And as always, if you enjoyed this, hey, leave a like and a comment letting me know exactly what you thought about this. And as always, said that twice, enjoy life, the free world. Never take a moment for granted and make the most of every day. Peace.